Are you sure about this? Shout out to Chris, because he's commented a lot, and I really appreciate it. I was a little bit confused about this because a lot of people said a lot of the winners for the Powerball and the Mega Million. I hate the way this looks, by the way. Why do people do this? But like when they win the lottery, a lot of people are from California, or they say that they're from California, right? But when it comes to Florida, they don't have state tax. So even not having state tax, like there has to be something deducted from that, right? Again, I don't live in Florida, so I couldn't tell you any different, right? But you said you still pay federal tax all at once. But if you're going and you're using the annuity, right, which is over the course of the 30 years, you still have to pay that every year. I don't think that they're going to go and say, you know what, yeah, they took the lump sum. And I don't want to confuse the two, but if you take the lump sum, they're going to tax it all at once. But with the annuity, they're going to tax every year. They're not going to tax like, hey, you took the annuity, we're just going to tax for that first year. They're going to tax you every year that you get a check. So for those 35 years, you're going to get taxed 35 times. And when I say 35 times, that's what somebody in the comments said state, and they said federal, and it was something else. But I know for a fact, regardless of where you are, you still have to be taxed at that point, right? Anybody, just let me know because I don't want to miss, excuse me. I don't want to go and have like misinformation or anything like that because again, I am not a financial person like at all. So everything I've been saying is just like based off comments and research that I've seen online. But it's just I'm like, wait, like so Florida, like Delaware and states, like California and stuff like that. I'm like, wait, so if they win the Mega Millions and stuff like that, if they take the lump sum, like say if you take the lump sum of the 292, right? When I say lump sum, that has to be the 292 because it's being taxed before you even get it, right? So if you win in California, you win in Florida that doesn't have state tax, you're still being taxed federal. But wouldn't that just mean that federal gets taxed at a higher rate because there is no state tax? That's what I wanted to ask. Like you would think you would get taxed at a higher rate for federal because of the fact that there is no state tax. So even if you think like somewhere else, like DC or Virginia, something like that would be like a 20% cut. Living in Florida, you'd be like, no, it's going to be 40% because we don't have a state tax. Kind of balancing the scale of how much is being deducted from your earnings, right? I'm sorry, from your winnings when it comes to the lotto and the Powerball, right? Maybe.